Alright, we're gonna have a look at two VNDs from Mckinon. This one is the Signature Edition number 2, and this is the mist version. I actually do already have a 2 to 5 stop variable ND filter with a mist look. It's a 1/4 strength from K&F, but at stop 5 it's not really usable for me with my 15mm, you know. It's just usable at 50 millimeters. It's just usable until stop 3 out of 5. The review said that the Mckinon ones from Product Pro are actually the best ones on the market, and that they don't really vignette at 16mm or 15, hopefully. So let's try that out. But I wanted to find out if the Mist Edition is actually subtle enough, because if it's too strong, I don't really want to use it. I do want to have the effect, but if it's too strong, it's also like, too much is too much, you know? One very important thing that I noticed and that I want to just tell you up front is that the Signature 2 edition is quite a bit warmer in comparison to the Mist Edition. So this, just take a note. I think the Mist Edition is more natural to the Kelvin setting that is set on the camera, and the Signature Edition, in the direct comparison, as you will see, is quite a bit warmer. So if I would use these two and like switch between the two, I would have to adjust my white balance all the time, or the automatic white balance would do the job. I don't know. Didn't try that, but it's worth mentioning because the colder tones of the Mist Edition sometimes feel like a more inferior image, but it's actually not. It's just a setting thing. The warmer image sometimes in this test feels more pleasing because of the right or a little bit warmer white balance, but just because this one is a little bit cooler, it's not wrong. And for some clips, I adjusted the warmth of the image for the mist filter to match the Signature 2 edition, and I wrote that out in the corner for these instances where it applies. And now let's dive into the first look. Here we have the Mist Edition. This is what it looks like in my a little bit colorful lit room. This is what it looks like. This is what my skin tones look like in this setting here. Let's zoom in a little. So, how does it look to you? Let's zoom out again. And this is the normal. Do you see difference? Let's zoom in again, compare the zoomed in big picture. Here we go. Okay, that's the comparison for this first scene. And for comparison, we're back to no filter. We just up down the ISO quite a bit. But here we go. This is without the filter now. Probably a little bit cleaner because ISO was at 2500, now it's 1000. Oh. here with the Mist Edition on the camera, and I will put on the strap on my little everyday shooter here. While you can appreciate how the image looks, look at the highlights around the edges that are around me, around my body, and around the trees. Also now when we have a little bit of bokeh, what does it look like? Oh, bro, it's really hard to get the strap on here. Alright, here with the Mckinon VND, the non-mist version. And I'll try to put this on again, while you guys can check out the highlights around me and in the background. The sun should be opposite of the camera, so right behind me, but it's cloudy, so ha! Did it. Softer light, right? Yeah, this should give you a little bit of a cleaner image. Ha! Did it. I actually have a little mist filter on my Leica as well. And I'll be a comparison with this one too. And now one more very important thing actually is how does the filter perform at stop 5? Because if we look at this filter, okay, this is gonna be really interesting because in my experience the KNF version is really bad. This is the 2 to 5 stop with the 1.4 haze or Mist Edition. Now let's stop it down. And this is stop 5 or ND32, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, stop 5. And look at that. This polarization here, it's unusable. Let's go back to the Mist version, here with the Mist Edition on the camera, and I will put on the strap on my little everyday shooter here. Now the Mckinon should be fairly clean actually, so let's put it to f-stop 5. Turn up the ISO, which will be 12,800. But let's look at the vignette. Is there any compared to the other filter? It's unusable. So what I can see from here, there is some vignetting. This is the difference between the Mckinon filter with the vignetting at stop 5, the clean version, the non-mist version. Now we go to the mist version. Here we have the mist version at stop 5. Is it stop 5? Yeah, definitely stop 5. Same ISO, 12,800. How's the vignetting? Let's see how it looks like when I'm really close up. How are the skin tones? I mean, the light is from behind, so it's not really the best test for this case scenario, but how's it around the edges and stuff? Would you use that? Would you like it? Okay, let's go for the mist version. Mist version. How's the skin and everything? Now let's go back to the Peter one more time. How's the skin? How's everything? We're at 2.8 by the way. Yeah, it's the Peter one. The Signature 2, the clean one, not the mist version. That's what we're looking at right now. Okay. This little piece here is quite... Oh boy. Okay. Okay. This works. My sneakers are like 5 or 6 year old anyway. Should be fine. And this is on the Signature 2 edition. The non-mist version. Look at that. How pretty. Alright then, now let's see how these filters look like on the 85 1.2 version 2. The old one. And for now we will just film some of the scenery here, and we will start with the Mist Edition. Look at this cute guy. Isn't he adorable? It's Cooper. Hello, Cooper. Yeah. How you doing, huh? So it's almost blue hour. The light is pretty much going down. I have to go at ISO 20,000 if I want to use the Mist Edition filter here, which is not really practical. So normally I wouldn't use it now, or I'd need to buy an actual plain mist filter. So for that reason, we're gonna turn it off and see what that looks like. Now wait, ISO 10,000 and then now there's no filter on the lens. So 10,000 is still a lot, right? Yeah. But what I really love is it's all-in-one package where I close the filter down and it's all in one, and there's no fingerprints on anything basically, on any glass. Love this concept that they did there. I guess the Maglock version is pretty nice as well. In Germany, the Maglock version was 350 euros. Which is okay. I would use it for vlogging and stuff. Do I really want to spend that money? Questionable.
Alright, high noon sun, step 5. Pretty nice. Okay.
I really love the R6 for its ability to still pick up my eye. I can see that it's picking up my eye even though it's so much backlight. I mean, my face is very well lit, right? But it's still so cool that it just does this.
Now, also here we can see how it's handling some flares with my cappy here. Okay, this is the Peter Mckinon Signature Edition 2 without any haze at f4.
Judging from here, it actually looks really nice. So, okay. Wirklich sehr schön. Judging from here, it actually looks really nice. And now let's switch to the Mist version. Here we are with the Mist Edition. By the way, this is what it looks like without the filter. 2.8. If I wanted to have a clean image from here, I need to go to f16. Yeah. And now the sun is gone, so f16. Do we want that? I don't know. Is it hunting? It's actually hunting. No, we don't want that. Right, now this is, I think, even one of the more interesting perspectives because of the light is hitting my face. It's cloudy right now, but I want to know, in this situation, is my skin too soft? Or is it still like crispy sharp, but smoothed out a little? Due to the mist effect, or is it, I don't know, is it too blurry? Let's find out and switch to the standard version. Alright, here we are back with the standard version. At f2.8, still same lighting conditions. How is the skin? Is it sharper? Or even smoother? I don't know. How did the color shift? Because white balance is fixed at 5000, I think. Because if the Mist Edition here is applicable for a thing like this and it's not too softish, then it's
even great everyday use and also for clients. If it's too soft, it's like I'm going with the standard version. Yeah. And back to the Mist Edition.
Yes. That.
Yeah. All right, editing, Daniel. What do you think? Is this applicable? Does it work? By the way, my Leica over here is filming the intro. I believe such a filter, if you want to have the mist effect, is at step 2 as it is right now, is also fine for inside shooting. I'm at base ISO 800. I have natural light from my windows. And what I want to know is it too soft? Or is it good? Is it usable or is it too soft? Okay, let's switch to the other filter. Alright, here we have the standard version. Still same white balance and everything. How's it look like? How's sharpness? How's blurriness? Let's see how it looks like with the lights. Alright. How is it in this frame? It's a little bit more punched in, but I still want to have the lights in here. This is the standard version. How's skin tones? How's everything? Here we have the mist version. I can already see the slight blurriness around this edge. So how's the skin still? How's the contrast and everything? Is it still good? Alright, here we're 50th, 2.8, ISO 1600. I can, well, everyday situation and stuff. Oh, I should turn on that light. Here we have this everyday situation. This is something where I could imagine talking into the camera in front of the window. Check, check, 1, 2, 3. That could look nice. Okay, switch to the standard version. Dude, look at that. The standard version is so much warmer. It's actually... I set it on manual white balance on 5000. It's crazy how warm this filter is. I don't think that that's supposed to be. I think the mist one is way more natural regarding the white balance. Interesting. Yeah, okay, but this is then the normal one at ISO 1600. Let's do one more comparison without the filter. Alright, and here we are without the filter. Just plain the lens. This should be a little bit cleaner because it's just ISO 400. If I just hold the filter on top of the camera, bump up the ISO. I actually like this look. It's taking out a little bit of the reds, kind of. Yeah. This filter does have a little bit of a greenish tint, I think, but I really like that. And then the standard version again. Ooh, wrong direction. One direction and wrong direction, right? Yeah, this much is way warmer. Yeah, look at this difference. Well, I like the look. It has some... It's actually a nicer white balance than this here, I think. Nicer color. But... yeah, if I see on the computer that the mist version is sharp enough in a situation like this as well, then I will go for the mist version. Alright, pretty much final test for me now, because I wanted to see how it looks like without the log, because I think log footage already softens the footage kind of, and this is my basic profile if I don't want to use log, so this is what this looks like. Oh dude, and I love the weather, it's really beautiful. Let's switch to
the standard version. Alright, here we have the standard version. This is what it looks like. Perfect. Okay, sun's coming out. Let's switch back to stop 5. Stop 4. Okay, now we have the other direction. This is standard version. That's what it looks like. Let's go here and there a little. And let's switch to the mist edition. Alright, here we have the mist edition against the light. It's a little cloudy from here. Should be fairly nice. Contrasty, but also a little bit softer on the edge here. Should be pretty good. Now we have come to the end of the video, and for myself I will keep the mist version. It's pretty nice for me. I love that it retains the blacks and retains contrast, but at the same time just blooms highlight, but in a subtle way, which is nice, which is enough for me, which I really appreciate about this filter. And the Signature 2 edition, it's a great filter as well. It doesn't have too much vignetting, it's actually manageable, but it's just not what I'm looking for. I want the mist effect, and I'm happy that it's not like too much, you know. Let me know which one you're interested in or which one you're already using. And then thank you so much for watching. Hope you're having a good day, and I wish you a wonderful week. Goodbye.